Y'all, welcome to Nursing Home Insider, and I'm Sherree. And if you are stressing over nursing homes and putting mom or dad or grandma, I get it. Okay, so it's definitely something that you should stress about, but not stress about. So I've done a video before about some of the red flags, and today we're just going to talk about 10 of them. And we'll start at the top with the most important ones and go down. So there are thousands and thousands of people, of course, always looking for nursing homes. And we want to save you some trouble. So get you a cup of coffee and maybe sit down. And we've got like 10 minutes that we'll go over these. And there's a link down below too to some stuff. And I've got all of the 10 down below too that you can see as we go along. Okay, so number one, and you're probably right, is high staff turnover. And if you go in and if the staff is jumping ship over 48%, then you need to run. Now, just ask, what's your staff turnover rate? And they have to tell you, okay? And then leave. There are a lot of nursing homes like that nowadays. And the second one, just related to that, of course, is the ratio of care, the CNAs to the resident. And so if it's more than 10, I've done it before with 15 a day or two, but it wasn't my regular when I was a CNA. So nowadays with staff turnovers, with the staff leaving like they're leaving, and it's hard to get more hired that quickly, you need to ask what the ratio is to the staff to the residents. And they have to tell you that. Okay. A third one would be frequent citations. So state gets called, they come in, they do an annual survey once a year. And you can ask to see the survey. It should be posted somewhere. You can ask, and they have to give you the state survey. State can also come in anytime somebody makes a complaint. And then they could get citations for that. So you need to ask to see that, and it's a CMS Nursing Home Compare. It's a website, and I will link it below, and you can go and look that up. And you could definitely see. And sometimes now, I have to say, these are definitely true and all of that, but sometimes the state really can pick you to pieces. So someplace may not be that bad, but state has made it bad. There are some things that are bad, like granted, and you can look at the citations and see what they are and make your decision from there. The other is outdated facilities. Now, one of my very favorite jobs ever was in an older facility, and they had we offered the best care. The facility might have been outdated. Then when I left that job and went to a newer facility, I found the care was less. So take that for kind of whatever you want to take it as. Yes, there's more dangers in older facilities. If they're older, but they're well kept, that's one thing. If they're older and falling apart, definitely peeling paint, ceilings coming down, you don't want to put your loved one there for sure. And then, of course, I was an activity director, one of my favorite jobs ever. So no real activities. And that's very depressing. Actually, when I finish this video, I'm going to go visit my people at my last job where I was activity director. And from what they say, they don't have many activities anymore since I've been gone. So that's really sad. And, they need a quality of life. So you need to, it may seem like something simple, but especially if your loved one is very active, then you want to see what they offer and make sure they have transportation to take these people places and get them out and about and go places and do things. Very important, because the last place I worked did not. The other is sneaky fees, which there again, all you have to do is ask up front. because they want to try to, surprise here. Here you go. So you need to add on. They add on things that you didn't know they were charging you for. You just need to ask your questions. Low vaccination rates. There again. Um, I get it when there's outbreaks. I know when I was a social worker, same place, different year. um, we had somebody come in during COVID and, do COVID testing all the time. And they always made sure they had all their shots. So you want to keep the vaccinations up to keep an outbreak of any flu or anything like that going on. So you can check on the ratios. If their vax rate is low, then that wouldn't be a good thing either. Okay, bad reviews. Yelp, Google reviews, you can look at those. I tend to, I got these 10 from, looking it up and just seeing what they would say. I don't agree with all these 10 to some extent because Google and Yelp, who, just think about yourself. And when you leave a Google review, is it because of something positive or something negative? I feel like most of the time we do it for negativity. If it's something exceptional, I usually do too. Okay, so really, really great or really, really bad. And I feel like most people do it for the bad. So even a good place, and everybody's perspective is different. So you could read a Google review by some mad family because of something, and it might not have been a big deal to somebody else. That's all I'm saying. But if they're consistently all bad in the Google reviews, definitely look at that. But I feel like that's what everybody does now, is we base everything on those. And I would definitely go to the facility. And like I've said before, go at all times, not just in the daytime when you can go get your little tour. You need to go back evening shift and all of those things. Okay, no family council, which is interesting because I don't think I've ever worked in a nursing home that had a family council. We've had a resident council, but not a family council. So that it was good to have family meetings though, and maybe somebody that kind of heads that up and keeps the families involved and informed. I think that's in Pushy Sales, which I think, definitely when their census is low and they're trying to get more and more people in just to have more people in, and they're pushing you to sign on the dotted line, I would definitely run the other way for that. So that's your top 10 checklist. You need to be the boss when you go in and tour a nursing home. And what is your biggest fear for putting your family in a home? Drop that comment below, subscribe for more. And like I said, I'm going to go visit my people today. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm going to get some of them on camera and get their what they like, what they don't like about being in a nursing home. And I've said before, a lot of these people are not really older. They are, they just had to be there. That's all I'm going to say. So they full capacity, and they can tell me what is their favorite thing and what is their least favorite thing. And I want to be able to share that with you, and probably get some other nursing homes involved as well. So with that being said, I know this is a little shorter than normal, but hopefully those 10 things will help you make a decision. If you have any questions, believe me, I'm glad to help in any way that I can. So hit subscribe and like, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.